Hello, Stephen. My name's Gina from Sky Sports News.
Nice to meet you.
I just want to talk to you about your season and your aspirations with Rangers.
Yeah, of course. Go ahead.
Firstly, how different is it being a manager compared to a player?
Being a player, people don't realise how much downtime you have. Going from that to being a manager, it's 24/7. You're waking up at 2, 3 in the morning, answering emails from players, answering emails from club officials. It's non-stop. So I'd say my family life has suffered because of it.
Have you used tactics that you played under in the past? Or?
Especially I'd say so. Especially with midfielders, as that was where I played.
Yeah.
I can use my experience to help them develop, especially defensive midfielders as well. So someone who's going to sit in and play the ball off.
Yeah. Secondly, what are your ambitions with Rangers, and do you think you have the quality to win the league?
I believe we have the quality to win the league, but I mean, every team's goal is to win as many games as possible, but especially against rivals. So 3 games against Celtic, Old Firm, Derby, we want to win 3 out of 3. So that's up there with ambitions and goals. I wouldn't mind. Well, obviously it's paramount that we win the league, but it's also important that we get places in Champions League, Europa League.
Yeah, speaking about Europa League, there, what this season, qualify for the Europa League.
Well done, some place for that.
How do you think you'll do in that?
I think if we play how we start the season off, we'll go far. I think towards the middle of the season we've kind of faltered it and dropped off.
Yeah.
And we are starting to pick back up the pace again. But I believe if we start the Europa League how we started the season, we'll do well.
And, you've got an upcoming fixture against Celtic on the 15th of March at home. Do you think you have the quality?
The team does. I've done all I can, but it's a big game. So on the day, it comes down to fans, comes down to players' moods, comes down to my mood, comes down to club officials' moods. Everything else has to fall in place, and once everything gets aligned, then that's how you win games.
And what are the strengths and weaknesses of Celtic? How can you beat them?
I think we're fairly equally matched in centre midfield. So they've got good players. We've got good players that kind of cancel each other out. So that's where the game we're going to be won or lost. Going forward, Celtic are very, very strong. They're quick. Where we are lacking in pace at the back in places, they'll cut us apart. But I think going forward, we also have that pace, which they are lacking at the back as well. So I feel fairly equal teams.
Yeah.
So could swing either way.
I'd agree. And what are your thoughts on the recent 2-2 draw with St Johnstone? Should you have won the game?
I think we started poorly. I think if we'd have started well, scored early, the game should have been dead and buried before half time. We spent too long in our own half passing the ball around rather than trying to move forward with it. Cost us.
And with the player Alfredo Morelos coming into your team, how has he affected the dressing room?
Alvaro Morales.
Yeah.
He's a character. So, but he's always prepared to listen. So you'll walk in, he'll be laughing and joking, increasing mood, but then he'll sit down and listen to you, which is what you want. You want someone that's going to lift the mood, but he's also going to listen to you and work hard. Training, games, meetings, everything, and that's what he is.
Yeah, I agree. With the amount of goals he scored this season, 28 goals. You've got Jermaine Defoe also scored 13. You score a lot of goals, that can help you in against Celtic, can't it?
It also works well because they work well together. So, with Jermaine being older, players look up to him.
How can the fans help push the team, further this season to finish on a high, really?
The same as they do every season. Its support's massive. I mean, the Ibrox is one of the best stadiums I've ever managed in and played in. Playing here against Rangers in the Europa League at Liverpool, it was amazing. Support was amazing. It reminded me of Anfield.
Coming on to the next question, does a lot of Rangers, character and the fans and the passion and things remind you of Liverpool?
Yeah, I call them the Scottish Scousers. So it's a brilliant atmosphere, especially to manage in, because then you're stood there in your little technical area, but then you've got thousands of fans behind you and the team as well. It helps you as a manager push the team forward.
You can see that from being an outsider. With the season coming to an end, thinking of next season possibly, have you got anything you want to change around the team and any new signings?
I'm not going to release names at the moment, but I think we do need to increase pace at the back a bit. That is an issue, especially because most clubs have fast forwards, and especially centre halves. It's becoming more and more common that centre halves are getting quicker to be able to deal with these strikers. I think that's what we need to deal with as well.
So are you willing to go out there and not blow the budget, but spend a lot of it on defenders?
I think maybe I'd like to bring maybe a younger one in to help develop and learn from the ones I've already got, and then bring in someone with a bit more experience that's got that pace, but is also a ball player, can thread the ball out wide, can come back to keeper.
Like it. And with the season coming to the end, very close to the end of the season now, what is your overall reviews on the season?
I'd say I'd probably give ourselves an 8 out of 10. So I think there are some games that we should have won. Started poorly, but I think overall I'm as a manager I'm pleased.
Yeah, and coming into the job, never had really any managerial experience. How good have the players really been for you?
They've been really understanding. So I mean, obviously they know me from my playing days, but as a manager it's different. You have to be a bit more brutal with them. You have to be a bit more serious with them. You aren't a player laughing and joking with them. But they've understood that, and they've just as much as I've supported them, they've supported me through this journey as well. I'm grateful for.
And lastly, off topic, not really about football, how have you settled into the city?
I really enjoy Scotland. It's a lovely place. Good bars, good steak places. I love it. It reminds me a lot of Liverpool.
Well, thank you for speaking today, Stephen.